inside the boardroom of Electronic Active Softworks.
Right. We called this meeting, trying to decide on some new ways to save revenue within the company, because it's very expensive making video games.
Sure.
And I think I have thought of some ways that we can maybe cut some corners and cut down some of our outgoing expenses.
That's exactly what I like to hear. What have you got so far?
So, first idea, overwork our staff.
Naturally.
Exactly. If you make them work very long hours and give them very little time off and don't give them extra money for that, that's more work for the same money. That's just business 101.
Yeah.
What ideas you got?
Well, I think that we want to make sure that we're basically just churning out as many games as we can in the same engine. Don't make anything different, because different costs money.
Exactly.
So we want to be able to churn everything out in as sort of close to the same as possible. And also, people say they like change, but they don't. They want exactly the same thing over and over again.
Just make a formula and plug in new things. Just plug new brands into existing formula. That's brilliant.
Absolutely.
So, my idea, I reckon, push those games out as fast, as common as possible. So much. People say we're going to oversaturate the market if we keep releasing game after game after game after game without changing anything. I say hogwash to that.
Yeah, so, and I also think, we're going to flood the market. People are eventually gonna just feel completely burnt out on our pointless recycled crap, So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we've got the best of the best on board. Maybe like 6 months before it all goes to shit, we put out a big call looking for more staff. We'll make. How about we make a big thing about getting more women in? That's a big important thing. And then, we can really appeal to some of the more shitty elements of the gaming community by just, selling it as this thing like, they destroyed it. It wasn't us, but our awful business practices.
And then, just hear me out on this.
Yeah.
Once we've got the money for those games, once those games have sold and we have had the money, we just fire all the staff. Give them 30 minutes warning, get them out of the building. No severance pay or nothing. Just out they go.
Absolutely.
Out they go. Just get rid of the staff, because then we don't have to pay them, then the money is ours.
Are you sure 30 minutes is short enough time? Because we don't want anyone managing to get anything off their hard drive and maybe releasing it. You know how people got that, like, Star Fox 2 out? We want to make sure that that unfinished game with the Marvel thing, that doesn't get released out there.
Here's what I'm thinking. We make the meeting to tell them they're fired about an hour long. We get rid of all the computers during that meeting. Then we give them 30 minutes. So they feel like they've had enough time to clear their stuff out, but they've not had time to take any of our materials.
You are a fucking genius.
Exactly. I think that this is definitely not going to bankrupt us, and we can keep working on projects and making money indefinitely, and this is definitely a stable way to run a business.
Absolutely.
Oh gosh. How's your running training been going?
Been doing sprints and the altitude training. Been doing a lot of altitude training, make sure I've got the strongest lungs possible for this big important event.
I know the big day's coming up and we got to get our running good. I've been trying to practice my endurance, keep my pace going, not overexert myself. Got to be able to, not lose any speed before the end of that run you got to do.
Yeah. I think we're primed to be right at the front of the pack there.
Yeah, right.
Now the doors are open. Please do not run to the front of the concert.
Fuck you all!
Front barrier!
Hi, yes, I'm glad we could sort out this meeting because, I was very much looking forward to touching base.
Yes, corporate synergy.
Absolutely, I think that's very much important. We need the alignment, the empowerment, and definitely need to organise the globalisation going forward.
Indeed, we need to make sure we have an exit strategy so that when we have our heavy lifting going on, we can ensure we have a holistic approach to our leverage, augmented, increased mind share.
Absolutely, and maybe, you know, moving forward, we should think about what is the new normal. What have we got on the runway, and you know, obviously want to try and organise some kind of paradigm shift going forward.
Indeed, we want some organic growth. Want to make sure that we're proactive. Push the envelope. We reimagine the roadmap. With strategic synergy, sustainable synergy. Is that a thing? I think yes.
Would you be hiring me at all? Because I know all the buzzwords.
This is terribly embarrassing. I thought you were trying to hire me. I honestly have no idea what we're on about. I was just saying some business words, hoping that I sounded like I knew what I was on about.
Oh. Do you work here?
Not right now. I thought I was going to, but you sounded like you knew what you were talking about. You said a lot of business words. And I said a lot of business words.
I've got the Wikipedia page for buzzwords open under the table.
So do I. Do you think if we just sit at one of these tables and say these buzzwords to each other that they'll probably just keep giving us paychecks?
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Indeed, we just say the buzzwords a bunch and then we go to HR at the end of the month and go, we haven't had our paychecks. You saw us talking buzzwords.
Yes, I think that'd probably work. So,
Fantastic.
Survival strategy, sustainability and wellness.
There's a win-win scenario in the spin-up sisterhood.
And in my... That's right, in my wheelhouse, that sort of thing.
Indeed.
Sort of thing.
Let me unpack that statement.
It seems very, very bad. So, Laura, this week we've got an entirely different sponsor.
Oh, who's our sponsor this week?
This week we are sponsored by Spooky Brand Mattresses. They are haunted. They leak ectoplasm at random moments, and they come in these amazing special Pandora boxes, which keep it all the spookiness good and small while it's being shipped. And then once you open the box, all the evil escapes, and it just feels like it's just being shoved into our world by demons from another dimension.
Indeed. Try it for 100 nights, and if you're not completely terrified, they'll give you your money and your soul back.
That's Spooky Brand Mattresses at spookybrand.com.gov.
/podcast. Put in the promo code Queer and Pleasant Spookies.
Yes, I have a Spooky Brand mattress on the bed in the spare bedroom. The guests seem to like it. They like that the ectoplasm is handily self-lubricating, you know, if we have anyone frisky over.
That's Spooky Brand Mattresses.
That's Spooky Brand Mattresses. Yeah, try one today.
Do you like the idea of partying, but are continually paranoid about the safety and comfort of your partying friends?
Uh-huh.
Well, you might be just the candidate we're looking for to fill in the position of Rave Mom.
What's a Rave Mom?
Your duties will include making sure your friends who are sat in the corner are having a good time, checking everyone is drinking water in healthy amounts, and giving chewing gum to anyone who looks like they could do with something to chew on besides their own face.
I could be a Rave Mom.
Fantastic! Applications are open right now. Apply for Rave Mom.
Lord, I am deeply saddened. What has you saddened today? I have been corrupting humans for many years, gathering souls for our evil armies of the damned. Indeed, foisting evil upon the world is the most fun I've had in eons. Yes, but it's getting a bit too easy. I know what you mean. I think the problem, you see, I think there's a bit too much evil in the world already. It's like we've got nothing really to do. The humans are sort of doing it all to themselves at this point. Well, it didn't help that all those demons decided to escape to Earth and disguise themselves as fundamentalist Christians.
Oh, goodness, yes. It's sort of making the spirit of things, isn't it, to go down and interfere directly like that?
Exactly. I'm very disappointed. It's just too easy. You think you're gonna tease someone and steal their soul, and before you know it, it's like, well, that was just a pushover. Come on, where's your virtues?
Exactly. Trying to corrupt people to evil. It turns out they've already gone and done a bunch of evil themselves. It doesn't take any hard work to push them over.
Half of them have souls darker than the bosses.
Oh, goodness, yeah. At this point, I'm thinking it might just be easier to try and do the opposite, try and make them nice, because at least that's a challenge.
Think we could get a job upstairs then?
Maybe we go and ask